Your Excellency Tatsuo Hirayama, Ambassador of Japan to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and Mrs. Sachiko Hirayama, distinguished viewers in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean community, good evening. On behalf of Dr. the Honourable Keith Rowley, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and on my own behalf, I extend sincere congratulations to the government and people of Japan, and specifically to His Excellency Tatsuo Hirayama, Mrs. Hirayama, and the staff of the embassy as they celebrate the 61st birthday of His Majesty the Emperor of Japan. Since May 1964, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Japan have enjoyed very warm and cordial relations based on our mutual interests and cooperation at both the bilateral and multilateral levels. Trinidad and Tobago remains committed to further strengthening those relations based on our shared values and abundant goodwill. Your Excellency, 2020 by any measure has been a difficult and trying time for states globally. COVID-19 has certainly left its mark in the region, with many of the economies of Caribbean territories having suffered tremendously as a result of this virus. As you are aware, in Trinidad and Tobago, our own borders have remained closed for the last 10 months as the country seeks to manage the impact of the virus on our healthcare system and simultaneously protect our population from further spread. Similarly, Trinidad and Tobago noted with interest the Emperor's New Year's Day message to the Japanese people, paying tribute to Japan's healthcare workers and offering comfort to those who lost loved ones and those struggling with loneliness. We are indeed all in this together. Yet, in the midst of it all, I am pleased to state that Trinidad and Tobago and Japan have a relationship that continues to flourish despite the challenges of the times. It is a relationship of which we can all be proud and certainly worthy of mention at today's celebration. It is also no surprise that our long-standing cordial relations, rooted in our shared belief and commitment to democratic principles and traditions and to the rule of law, continue to strengthen those bonds of friendship and goodwill toward advancement of our mutual interests. Though it may be true that due to COVID-19, many of the programs and projects had to be postponed or moved to online platforms over the past year, fortunately, the advancement in internet technology has enabled communications and training to continue. Last November, I recall with pleasure having participated in a virtual meeting with my counterpart, His Excellency Takashi Uto, State Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan, again in furtherance of our mutual bilateral and multilateral interests. Noteworthy too has been the fact that public officers in Trinidad and Tobago were accepted to participate in training courses offered online by Japan's International Cooperation Agency in areas such as ICT project planning and disaster risk management, areas of special interest to Trinidad and Tobago. Just prior to the global lockdown, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs had the privilege of having one of our officers participate in JUNTOS, Japan, Latin America, and the Caribbean Exchange Program in Tokyo, Japan. You may be interested to know that our officer reported most favorably on the experience, particularly the capacity building aspect that redounds to the benefit of the ministry. I wish to also recognize the contribution that Japan has made to the development of Trinidad and Tobago through its programs such as the Japanese Government Scholarship Program, the Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, and Japan's Exchange and Teaching Program. It is also my sincere hope that the proposed offer of additional grant aid by the Government of Japan through the provision of medical equipment to support Trinidad and Tobago's national efforts and those of 3 other Caribbean states in responding to COVID-19 will soon come to fruition. I was particularly pleased to note that despite the upheaval caused by the global pandemic, the construction of the Caribbean Gas Chemicals Limited facility was finally completed in June 2020 and commissioned 2 months later. Caribbean Gas Chemicals Limited, a consortium led by the Mitsubishi Corporation and involving Trinidad and Tobago's companies, the National Gas Company Limited and Massey Holdings Limited, made its first shipment of 13,000 metric tons of methanol in October 2020. The establishment of the Caribbean Gas Chemicals Limited facility marks a significant milestone in Trinidad and Tobago's energy sector, as it is the first petrochemical plant in La Brea, South Trinidad, and the first to be involved in the downstream of methanol into dimethyl ether. This plant is expected to produce, on an annual basis, 1 million metric tons of methanol and 20,000 metric tons of dimethyl ether, which, as we know, is a more environmentally friendly product than diesel. I am confident that the success of this plant would lead to further investment opportunities between Trinidad and Tobago and Japan. Your Excellency, as Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, I wish to reiterate my sincere appreciation of Japan's continued friendship and goodwill to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I am pleased and honored to wish a happy 61st birthday to His Majesty the Emperor, and to convey the warm sentiments of my people for the good health and prosperity of the Emperor, the government, and the people of Japan. May God bless Japan, and may God bless the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I thank you.